Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Sunday participated in a ceremony marking the lineup of equipment participating in the implementation of the Sinai Development and Reconstruction Plan, taking place in the Suez Canal Governorate of El Ismailiyah. The ceremony ushers in a leap in the state efforts to develop the Sinai Peninsula. In remarks at the ceremony, President Sisi said great obstacles have faced state bodies working in Sinai development and reconstruction projects. Now security and stability are restored, thanks to resolve and unity of Egyptians. The President said all state bodies are invited to be present in Sinai after the defeat of terrorism, asserting that fellow citizens in Sinai should feel how great are the Egyptian state's development efforts. The President pointed out that Sinai's area is 60,000 square kilometers that needed huge spending to build its infrastructure. The President asserted that the people should know about the great achievements made so far. Sisi pointed out that war on terrorism is not over, and the real and full victory depends on the awareness of the Egyptian people, calling for holding constant contact with the tribal elders in Sinai, as well as in all border governorates. During the ceremony, President Sisi honored several distinguished citizens from Sinai in recognition of their achievements. Later, the President conducted a tour to inspect lines of vehicles, trucks and construction equipment slated to be used in implementing Sinai development plans, notably in Al-Tel Al-Kabir area. During the tour, the head of state extended a greeting to Egyptian martyrs, especially police, army and judiciary personnel who sacrificed for the sake of the homeland, observing a moment of silence and grief over the martyrs.
أزلنا تماما أو يعني بنسبة 100% كلام اللي احنا عشان بس ما فيش حاجة تحصل. فده أول نقطة بس عايزين ننتبه لها. النقطة الثانية أنا بس بقول للقيادة العامة وبقول للهيئة الهندسية إن الأولى للعمل معانا كل طبعا شركات المقاولات الموجودة في مصر طبعا، لكن الأولى طبعا هم الشركات أبناء سينا يعني على أساس إن هم طبعا.
With President Sisi attending Sinai development ceremony on Sunday, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli reviewed state efforts to develop Sinai over 9 years, adding that in parallel with the development, the battle against terrorism was fought. More details.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli described the state Sinai development project as a fresh crossing into Sinai. Addressing the Sinai Development and Reconstruction Plan ceremony, Madbouli said that major state projects over the last 30 years had focused on the two projects of East Port Said Port and the agricultural land reclamation project based on the Salam Freshwater Canal. However, he explained that these two major projects were not completed due to persistent obstacles that hindered the fulfillment of such development. The Prime Minister added that since 2011, Sinai had been plagued with terrorist attacks which badly affected development efforts. However, since 2014, President El-Sisi has launched comprehensive development efforts in the peninsula with focus on infrastructural roads, tunnels, bridges and traffic access projects to link Sinai to the rest of the country. The Prime Minister said under this vision, investments to the tune of 610 billion Egyptian pounds have been and are being implemented in Sinai, citing examples of leading Sinai projects. Madbouli added that 5 new tunnels leading into the peninsula were set up in a record time, together with 7 flyover bridges. As for airports, the Prime Minister said all airports in northern and southern Sinai were revamped, particularly the International Bordewell Airport that serves northern Sinai and the Sharm el-Sheikh Airport that was completely transformed to cope with COP27 meeting. Other developed airports are Taba and El Tur, and lastly the St. Catherine Airport. For his part, head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority, Major General Ahmed Al-Azazi, said Sinai development is a model approach that inspires resolve and perseverance. Addressing the ceremony, Al-Azazi explained that since 2014, the Engineering Authority was tasked with implementing a total of 460 projects and a cost of 480 billion pounds.
Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli heads to Doha on Sunday in a visit to Qatar. Upon an invitation from his Qatari counterpart Khalid bin Khalifa bin Abdel Aziz. The visit is due to witness an intensive talks between the officials of the two countries and signing a number of documents and memoranda of understanding to enhance bilateral relations. Meanwhile, the Egyptian delegation will hold meetings with representatives of the Qatari Businessmen Association as well as the Qatari Trade and Industry Room to discuss the opportunities to increase the Qatari investment in Egypt and double the volume of trade exchange between both countries.